Hello fellow old schoolers. So we have another battle here from the Eel Castle Cup 2.0, an old tournament about maybe a year ago or something like that. We found some extra recordings here. We have Jens Ole on the left here on that Aalborg Electric Eels playmat, the same playgroup I'm from, against an unknown opponent on mono black. Yeah, on the face of it, not the most even matchup here, but it is a pretty long video, so I'm curious to see how this one plays out. Let's go over the decks here. Now, we have Jens Ole's version of the Lion-Atog here. Arguably, in my mind, perhaps the strongest Atog brew in the format at the moment. I really like when you put white into it, because you gain access to disenchants against Abyss and Moat. You get access to Savannah Lions as well, and obviously the balance. And in sideboard you do have even more artifact removal, and you also have Armageddons. I think Jens Ole copied this deck from the internet. I'm not sure, maybe he brewed it up himself, but it is around sort of like this that you would do it. A deck like this has also won an online tournament, a couple of online tournaments in Denmark called the Tron Wars. I don't participate in those myself, but there's a lot of activity there, and a cutthroat tournament to boot, so a really strong one. Personally, I think I would take out, I don't know, maybe a Chain Lightning, so we only have 3, and a Fireball, and then put the 2 Armageddons main deck. I think that would be really nice in this brew, with the Angus of Mizra and the Black Wises. And just really pressurizing, or putting pressure on opponents' Maces of Ith, and another out against Library of Alexandria. And also, as this deck has such a low mana curve, I just think that Armageddon's, getting some critters and a Black Wise out and just cast Armageddon, and you have all those 1 mana drops and 1 mana spells. It would just be really nasty, I think. But Jens Ole and other players obviously has brewed on this archetype for many years, and are obviously much more well versed in this archetype than I am. I don't have a lot of experience with the Atog. That's just my impression, at least, that I think Armageddon's main deck would be really damn brutal. Speaking of sideboards, Armageddon's and sideboard, let's go over his sideboard here. He has another picture of that. 4 Sushis for some mid-range goodness, also against the Abyss, I imagine. We have a single Divine Offering. I would have put in a 3rd Disenchant, actually, against Moat and the Abyss, because you don't really need life gain. But again, what am I? Who am I to say that? I'm just sharing my opinions here. We have the 2 Armageddons, I think are pretty damn good. And 3 Red Blast, a Blue Blast, and 2 Maces of Ith. Makes perfect sense, I think. The Maces of Ith, obviously there, against players that... against mid-range, because you don't have an easy way to get rid of creatures with toughness with 4 and above. And apart from this, he also has 2 Swords to Plowshares in his sideboard, also against mid-range. We don't see it on this picture for some reason, but yeah, they're in there. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 13 cards, and with 2 Swords to Plowshares, that's 15 cards. That's his sideboard. Let's go over the mono black archetype. As this match was recorded, as said, a long time ago, I don't have a deck picture of the mono black brew, but I know that he plays with Black Knights and Hypnotic Spectres as the lighter creatures, and he has Sushi as well as a mid-range creature. Then he also makes use of Royal Assassin in combination with Icy Manipulator for some extra control and as ways to destroy creatures. And he also makes use of Poltergeist. I seldom seen that in the mono black deck, but it makes sense, right? In a meta where there's a lot of power, you can just tap that and make another artifact into a creature. It's pretty nice, because you can, sack Moxen and Lotuses with it. And he also plays with a Disrupting Scepter to really old school tech here to discard cards from the other guy's hand. Just another control-ish element in it. Yeah, he does his damage through creatures, and then as another line of play, he has Underworld Dreams and Drain Lives, and those can be pumped out early with Dark Rituals as his mana ramp. And this deck also has a Black Mox and a Library of Alexandria and a Black Lotus. So it's about as powered as a mono black deck can get. But in this particular matchup, I feel like he must be the underdog, right? I mean, he's up against a fully powered deck that usually goes toe-to-toe with other tier 1 brews. But as said, this match is pretty long, so whatever happens here, it doesn't look like a one-sided match, right? So yeah, let's see how this one plays out. Let's get ready for the first round. So it's round 1 of the match here. Jens Ole on Lion-Atog on the left and Mono Black on the right. Let's see who's on the play here. Okay, Mono Black starting off with a factory. Mrs. Factory here. And a volcanic island. He probably shouldn't attack now, or just get bolted. Yeah, likely he didn't know what he was against. There's so many bolts in that deck. Okay, Atog coming out, so Mono Black must know what he's up against here. In general, I don't think you should attack against an untapped red mana against a full hand. Okay, Black Knight coming out. You can keep the Atog at bay if it survives that long. I mean, red usually has a nice game against black here because you can bolt the little critters so easily. Like Hypnotic Spectres and Black Knights. Okay, strip mining a swamp here. Yeah, you can't bolt it, so the Black Knight has first strike and it can block that attack and just punch it down. Okay, even attacks here. Alright. Okay, playing a factory and a Chaos Orb. Right. Third Volcanic Island. Now the attacks come swinging here. Just a single point of damage. Not much. I wonder who's actually the beatdown here. Both are going all out aggression against each other. Here comes the Factory and the Black Knight in a counter swing. That's a Sonic Blast on the hand of Atog. Yeah, okay, Sonic Blast on the Factory is probably the correct thing to do. Just take 4 points of damage though. 2 from the Sonic Blast and 2 from that Black Knight. Okay, Mox Sapphire coming down. A bit of fodder for that Atog, if needs be. I should probably stay back now. Atog is pretty much on the back foot. He could stay back and... yeah, he does so here. So he can block the Black Knight and threaten with sacrificing the Sushi to make the Atog into a 3-4. Okay, yeah, so he just blocks here. And then sacks the Sapphire. Alright. Hypnotic Spectre coming down. Yeah, knowing the other guy doesn't have that much removal. Just drew into a Sonic Blast though. He needs to get rid of that Hypnotic Spectre ASAP, or it'll start nicking cards. Oh, he does have a Chain Lightning as well. Why doesn't he use that? Oh, he Time Walks instead. No, it wasn't a Chain Lightning, it was a Wheel of Fortune. Okay, Scrubland coming down. Now he has access to white and black mana. Okay, Demonic Tutor. Likely going for the Ancestral Recall here, just to push ahead. Just, yeah, shuffle a bit forward here. I mean, cut a bit forward while he shuffles through his deck. Okay, Ancestral Recall getting played. Atog pulling ahead with some blue power here. Did he draw an answer to that Hypnotic Spectre? Drew that Scrubland just in the nick of time. No answer, it seems. Okay. Does it get in? It does. Okay, that'll actually kind of mitigate a lot of that Ancestral Recall. Getting the Wheel of Fortune here. 4th mana source. Looks like a Sushi. Yep, here we go. Hot damn, a lot of pressure out of Mono Black here. And that Chaos Orb is still in effect. Can be used if he needs it. Yeah. Really surprising here that the Lion-Atog is experiencing so much pressure here. Does he have a 7 Lion in hand? Does seem like it. Something else. Ankh of Mishra. The attack can only become a 3-4 still, and the Hypnotic Spectre will probably touch base one more time. And at that point it has actually negated the Ancestral Recall completely, besides doing 4 points of damage. Okay, swinging in for 6 here. What the heck do you do now as Lion-Atog? Okay, Okay, he bolts the Hypnotic Spectre and blocks the Sushi. Another Sushi coming down, killing move here. Atog down to 12 points of life. He needs a miracle at this point. What did he draw into? I can't really see. But it's two Sushis staring him down. It was a Library of Alexandria. He'll take 2 points of damage here from his own Ankh of Mithra. Seems like he's forgetting. We'll note that down. He's at 10 points of life here. Here's the balance though. Oh, okay. The other guy reminds him here. He's going down to 10 points of life. Okay, that balance really saved his bacon. All Sushis are gone. Another Atog comes down. And he needs to sack a land. Okay. Crucial stuff here. Otherwise, that Lion-Atog would actually was in real danger of getting overrun here. There's still that factory and a Chaos Orb. So I suppose if Mono Black doesn't have anything in hand, he could still Chaos Orb the Atog and then start swinging with that. Oh, but there's a Royal Assassin though. That's so cool. It probably won't live that long with all the bolts in play. But for now, it will just, keep the Atog at bay as a 7 line as well. Also keep that at bay. You can slice them up before they get over. Depending on how aggressive you want to be, I still think you could have Chaos Orb the Atog and then swung in with the factory for 2. I mean, the other guy is down to 10 life. But probably better just to keep the Chaos Orb up here. Now Hypnotic Spectre gets down. Chain Lightning on it though. But I mean, it draws bolts away from the Royal Assassin. And as long as that's there, it's really a control-ish card for Mono Black. Taking 2 points of damage from a land drop here. Now attacking with the factory. Okay. Second the Ankh of Mithra, blocking with the Atog. Makes sense. Okay. So, yeah. It's a small army against the Mono Black, but the Royal Assassin keeps them all at bay. Okay, that's the Poltergeist as mentioned in the deck tech. No artifacts for it to influence though. It is a Mox Killer. Oh, Disrupting Scepter here. Nice stuff. And the other guy, I think the Lion-Atog was actually trying to save up for his Library of Alexandria. My interest in the other guy's hand. City of Brass not worth anything in this matchup. And something else I couldn't see. But I mean, he's just getting rid of cards now because no need to save up for the Library of Alexandria as long as there's a Disrupting Scepter in play. He can keep him off that library indefinitely. Okay, factory coming down, another Atog, emptying his hand here. Or not emptying it, but getting as many cards down as he can. Disrupting Scepter, nicks a card. Just a plateau though. Blackwise, not worth much either. Ooh, there's a Sushi he drew into there. Here we go. Now, if at any point in time Lion-Atog plays a Mox or a Black Lotus, that Poltergeist can just tap to destroy that. It'll become a 0/0 creature. Yeah, so he can't play the Mox. He'll just instead force the other guy to play 3 mana for him to discard it. Okay, now attacking with the Sushi. I suppose Lion-Atog could double block here and then sack the Blackwise. Yeah, he's doing so here. And he's sacking the Blackwise to one of them. That means one of the Atogs becomes a 3/4, and as the other one is a 1/2, they provide 4 points of damage, but the Sushi can only kill one of them. So he just kills the pumped Atog here. Correctly played by Lion-Atog, I think. Oh, another Chaos Orb here. Chaos Orb Stare Down. They can actually annul each other. If one of them activates, the other can Chaos Orb hit the Chaos Orb as a response, if needs be. And it won't have any effect. What's that? Chain Lightning on the Royal Assassin. Okay, now there's an open field. Without that Royal Assassin, Oh yeah, but I do suppose I could attack with the factory maybe. But that's about it. Because the Atog needs to sack the Chaos Orb in order to be pumped. I can't really get in. Just another swamp here. Just place them. He likely plays with Drain Life, so he's going for a big Drain Life. Playing the swamps every time he draws them. Also because he doesn't know when the other guy will play an Ankh of Mithra. Oh, I just saw, I think it's Ole's kid, his son, has entered the battlefield here. I remember that his wife and kids actually made a visit to this tournament just to see their dad. And he's sitting with Ole here. Just saw it here. Probably rooting for his old man. He got disrupted though by a scepter. Okay, now he attacks. Atog on the Lion coming over. Factory gets in the way of one of them. He's really interested. Okay, so the Atog eats the factory in order to become a 3/4. And then that means it can destroy the other factory, even if it taps. Ooh, and a disenchant on the Disrupting Scepter, and another Lion comes down. Okay, moving in here, Lion-Atog is still only at 10 life, but he is decidedly pulling ahead here. There's a bit of an eager kid here, really interested. That's good. I mean, we need the newer generations to play old school. Oh, okay. He activates the Chaos Orb, and then his whole activates the Chaos Orb on the Chaos Orb. We see. Oh, that's a mistake. We saw that the Chaos Orb didn't flip 180 or 360. I mean, it only flipped half a turn. That's actually a fatal flip, but I took it down so that we can see it in slow motion, and these guys probably didn't even recognize it, because it was way faster in real life. So, a bit of a misplay here. It happens. Usually these things miss, and sometimes they do flip 1.5 times. That's actually more often than that they only flip half time. Okay, anyway, while I'm chatting here, Time Twister is getting played by the Atog deck. So both graveyards gets into their decks, and we have a full new hand. Long game, this one. Though the advantage is still at Lion-Atog, I feel. Though that Black Knight is actually a bit of a problem because of that first strike and that protection from white. It's hard to get in. It's a nice defensive creature in this situation. But now Lion-Atog is within library range here. So we can draw with the library and then bolt the Black Knight, probably. That'll be my bet. Plateau coming down. Didn't catch if he had a land drop. Probably didn't. Ooh, Black-White's on the other guy here. Ooh, and then bolting the Black Knight. And now coming, swinging in for 6 here. Hot damn, it's going fast now. Mono Black. Taking a walloping here. And then three more damage from the Black-Wise. So 5 points of damage from the creatures and 3 damage from the Black-Wise. Needs to get some stuff out immediately here. On next time it'll be Curtain Call. Next round. Dark Ritual. Royal Assassin. Well, he's doing that in order just to get cards out of his hand. And then mind twisting the other guy's hand completely, pulling him away from the Library of Alexandria here. Nicely done here. He will take another punch in from all those creatures, but next turn he can start to slice them up. You still have a lot of cards in hand. Ooh, and even a Sinkhole on a volcanic island. Yeah, that library isn't a target anymore because the hand of the Lion-Atog has been completely demolished. Though he will take quite a punch in here. It'll be 5 points of damage, and if he sacks the... Ooh, there's another artifact here. He needs to block the Atog now with the Royal Assassin, otherwise it'll kill him. It'll be 9 points of damage if he sacks both artifacts and both lions gets in. Yep, so attacking with everything here. Oh, he can obviously also block with the poltergeist. Yeah, it does so here. So the lions gets in, down to 5. Okay, so now he needs to, I suppose he needs to start slicing that Atog. But man, it's really bad here. He needs some life gain. A drained life here would be nice for the mono black. Okay, likely slicing the Atog out. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. He does have a drain life in hand, I think. That is crucial. Drain lifing the other guy. How much? Oh, a bunch. 7 life here. Hot damn, what a turnaround. That is likely the most pivotal drain life I've seen, maybe ever. In a long time anyway. Now that Atog gets down, the 2 lions come swinging in. Still, mono black is not out of the woods yet. He needs to keep the Royal Assassin untapped here because he needs to kill that Atog when it attacks next time, unless he can get a blocker down. Ooh, there's a blocker. No, he should kill one of the lions. Okay, I suppose it would be too risky. So now, if Lion-Atog attacks, he'll just slice that Atog up before it gets over. Still hanging in the balance this game. Sinkhole on another volcanic island. Oh, there's a Spectre. Crucial stuff here. He can fly over all the creatures. Mind twisting his hand. Not worth much. Another Atog comes down. Ooh, will that Hypnotic Spectre seal the deal here? Oh, and there's an Icy Manipulator. This is really old school. Icy Manipulator Royal Assassin combination. Here he comes. 2 points of damage. Lion-Atog down to 1 point of life. This is really surprising. What a top deck. It's so Yentolo to do this. Does this all the time. Just in the nick of time getting that chain lightning. Electrocuting the ghost. Down to 1 point of life. Nail biter here. Now at his end step, a lion gets tapped and sliced with that Royal Assassin. Surprised he doesn't take the Atogs instead. It's a more viable target as a Black Knight here, and they can much easily handle the Atogs. Okay, he taps one and then comes in. Wow, okay. Made it work here. Mono Black wins against arguably one of the best Atog decks in the format, fully powered. Okay, let's see what he sideboards. Taking Swords to Plowshares here. What else? What was that? That was a Divine Offering. Likely against the Sushi, and the final card was a Mace of Ith for the Atog deck. Which also makes sense. He reckons he's against aggro here. So 2 Swords to Plowshares, a Divine Offering, and a Mace of Ith for Lion-Atog gets in. I wonder what the other guy will take. I think I saw Mono Black take 4 Terrors in and a lot of Glooms. I don't think the Glooms should be in there. I think Lion-Atog has way too... he's way too light on white, and the mana requirements are too little. The Glooms will be almost dead draws here. I don't agree with that sideboard option against such a deck here. But the Terrors are crucial. They'll be great against the Atogs and the Lions. Especially as we know that this Atog deck doesn't play with Sushis or anything similar. So they'll actually have a field day with a lot of targets here. So that was the sideboards options. We saw Divine Offering and 2 Swords to Plowshares and a Mace of Ith for the Atog deck. And I think it was 4 Terrors and a heck of a lot of Glooms out of Mono Black. Which is, in my mind... half of them are great, half of them are probably not that optimal. But we shall see if that holds true in this second round. I mean, a turn 1 Gloom could probably be okay, but I'd much rather have an Underworld Dreams in the beginning. See his hand here. That's a Gloom actually, and a Black Lotus, Black Knight, Ice Manipulator, Underworld Dreams. And the Atog's hand here, Sonic Blast, Atog, some Moxen and a Sol Ring and a Disenchant, a Strip Mine. Actually only a Strip Mine, a black and a red Mox and a Sol Ring. That's his mana base, but he doesn't require a lot of mana to function. So he keeps that hand. Here we go. Moxen coming out, and the Strip Mine, and the Sol Ring. And the Atog. Okay. Brutal stuff here. Alright, just getting the life totals in here. But man, Mono Black up ahead here, 1-0. And Jens Ole's kid has left the building, it seems. Okay, Black, yeah, okay. Turn 1, Underworld Dreams. I agree with that play. I think it's great to have early in the game against Atog, and obviously you can't really Gloom him here with so much mana. Atog gets in for 1. Doesn't choose to sack anything yet. Oh yeah, that swamp looks mighty tempting just to keep him back. Yeah, strip mining that swamp. Just to delay him. Do we have another... Okay, Library of Alexandria though. Kept that in hand. And made the other one take the fall. Ooh, Disenchant on the Underworld Dreams. He only has 2 Disenchants in that deck. But got one here. That's actually really bad for Mono Black because he spent the Black Lotus to get the Underworld Dreams out so early. So he's really a lot of cards behind. Staying here, as long as the Atog only pokes for 1, I suppose it's fine. Just saving up for the Library of Alexandria here. I don't think Mono Black is mana screwed. I actually just think that he wants to save up. Now I can draw. There's an Urbok. Can remove Swamp Walk in the first strike and also provide black mana. Getting in for another poke. Putting him down to 16 points of life. And that Atog can actually become a 2, 4, 6, 8, and 9, 10 creature. There's the Gloom, yeah. Not the best, really. Oh, there's the Bolt. I think this could be a big Atog bite soon. He wants to play something first, though. Makes sense. No, just a little lion, but still. It does smell like that he will sack a lot of the artifacts now. Because he's tapping artifacts already. He does have to spend a lot of mana to play that lion actually because of that Gloom. So maybe he won't sacrifice all his stuff. I think he will though. 9 points of damage, man. Next time that'll be game. Almost. Almost, he'll be a 1. As far as I can see. Tuck comes in here. The other guy's tapped out. Yeah, bit of a dilemma here. Should Jens Ole make his punch in now? Oh, he chooses not to. Okay. I suppose he'll just wait for the next turn. Because he just pump in there. But what he doesn't... I mean, if the other guy had an untap phase and drew into a Terror, the moment would be gone. Black Knight coming in. Oh, getting bolted. He had a bolt in hand. I think he should have just sacked everything, but it doesn't really matter. Now he can do it now. Mesa 5th coming down. I mean, he can do so much damage. That's 11 points of damage there. As far as I can see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. Sack it all, man. Just sack it all. Okay. Oh, maybe not the red Mox, actually. Should keep that. He wants to bolt the other guy out. Okay, but the other guy still has an active library. Trying to read as fast as he can. He actually seems mana starved here. He does have some lanes, but still, he needs blockers here. He needs something to stop that Atog on next turn. It'll be game. Ooh, drain life on the Atog. Yeah, well, I suppose it's good. I mean, he'll gain some life, and Jens Ole will have to sacrifice an artifact now to keep the Atog alive. Yeah, sacrificing the Jet. The other one gets 2 points of life, putting him up to 9. I think he would have been dead, though, if Jens Ole had sacked everything. Yeah, he would. He would have been dead. Not that it will likely matter. Here he comes, sacking everything. Okay, a bit of a delay, but still, Lion-Atog took this one against an active library. Just couldn't read fast enough until the Atog came in. and finished the deal, eating all the artifacts and becoming huge. I think Mono Black needs to get those glooms out of there. They don't provide enough, in my opinion, but that's just my opinion. Doesn't seem like they're sideboarding differently here. Yeah, just shuffling up. We'll cut a bit forward and go straight into the third and deciding match of this round. Ladies and gentlemen, it's round number 3. And yeah, so far the Mono Black deck has been punching well above its weight class, I think, in my humble opinion. But I mean, maybe the matchup is not so bad for him. This one, I don't know. Usually when I play Mono Black, I dread a deck with a lot of lightning bolts. Let's see his hand here. Mind Twist, Swamp, Underworld Dreams, another Swamp, and a Sinkhole, and another Hypnotic Spectre and a Black Knight. Nice hand. After the second Swamp, he can play a lot of his stuff. Let's see all his hand here. Here it comes. City of Brass and a Mox Sapphire, a Wheel of Fortune, 2 Sonic Blasts, what looks like 2 Lightning Bolts. Okay, so yeah, needs a 3rd mana source though, but still, I think he'll gamble it. Yeah, getting a draw here. The City of Brass mana fixes him, so he can actually get down the line immediately here. Mono Black needs, well, he has Terrors, but he also has a Black Knight. We'll likely see that now. Though we know Jens Ole has a Lightning Bolt, so there goes the Black Knight. And now the Lion can get in. That's why I actually, I said red when I'm playing Mono Black. Even in the Mono Wars on this channel where we only played Mono Brews against each other, Sinkhole in the Maze of Ith, yeah. I think red was, I played Mono Black, and I think red was the hardest matchup for me in the Mono Wars tournament. Okay, Savannah Lion gets in, another poke. Underworld Dreams. I think he should get a blocker down instead. Like a Spectre. But perhaps he just fears it'll get bolted. It likely would, but still, he takes a lot of damage here. Did draw a Library of Alexandria a bit too late though. Doesn't have a lot of stuff in hand. Ooh, that's a Mind Twist. For 2. So he gets to keep a single card in hand. Ooh, a Spectre and a Sinkhole getting lost here. Yeah, I think that Spectre would have been nicer to have out now, instead of that Underworld Dreams. Let's see if he gets something. Pestilence. Oh, nice. I think I misspoke earlier. I think 2 Terrors and 2 Pestilence put in. Pestilence, yeah, it's a risky proposition against the burn deck because the Pestilence will damage both players, but still, so good against all the little critters. Oh, and Chain Lightning to the face of Mono Black, putting him down to 8. A Spectre coming down. Needs that against the Atog. Another point of damage from the Underworld Dreams here. So I mean, yeah, it's not a one-sided match here. Lion-Atog down to 12. Oh, Chain Lightning though. Now he gets in for 1. Okay. Now do you burn everything for 2? Just to make the other guy sack the Sapphire if he wants to. He sacks the Sapphire and he burns for another 2. So both players will take 4 points of damage. That is incredibly dangerous, down to 3 points of life, but I guess he didn't have much of a choice. Needed to get rid of the Atog. Is there a bolt now? Oh, Divine Offering. I mean, Disenchant on the Underworld Dreams, also crucial. Lion-Atog down to 6 points of life here. So, that's Disrupting Scepter, not what he needs. He needs a Spectre or Drain Life. Do we have a bolt? Blackwise. Not what Lion-Atog needs either. Black Knight coming down. Sonic Blast in hand. Needs a mana source. There's a mana source. He can make it work here. Sonic Blasts for the win here. Giving 3 points of damage to Lion-Atog here. Putting him down to 3 points of life. But Sonic Blasting for the win. Lion-Atog takes this one. A much closer match than I would have initially thought. But I do suppose you can't rule Mono Black out like this. Yeah, okay, so we see the sideboard options here. As said, so I didn't have to use so much time looking over in slow motion what they did. That's what he took out. 2 Anks, a Chain Lightning and a Lion for the Maze of Ith. the Divine Offering, and 2 Softer Plowshares. What did the other guy take? Did he keep the Glooms in the third match? Where are they? Yeah, I mean, taking the city in a bottle out is obviously a wise choice. I think still that the Glooms might have been a slight mistake from Mono Black. It's not the correct matchup to take them in. But otherwise, the Pestilence were kind of cool. Dangerous, but cool. And obviously, Terrors would have been great. We just didn't see them in this match. But yeah, nice match this one. 2-1 to Lion-Atog. A much more difficult fight than he probably anticipated going in. Mono Black really fought back tooth and nail here. But at least, I suppose, Jensole can show his kid that he actually won a match here. So that's always nice when you have the family coming by a tournament, I suppose. And I'm obviously just teasing Jensole here. He usually does well in these tournaments. So yeah, that's it for this match. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you in the next battle.